Everyone says that these wellness gadgets are going to fix your sleep, lower your stress, and turn you into a superhuman. But after testing 7 of these, I found out that most of them are complete garbage. First up, $20 smartwatches. These things are a dime a dozen on Amazon, and I have reviewed these, I've tested these, and to be truthful, they're not very accurate. A lot of the numbers they give you are wildly off. As an example, I had a weight training session down here that was like an hour long, and it gave me like 5,000 steps when I was just lifting weights of all things. On top of that, the battery life tends to be pretty poor. They're not bad for $20, but clearly you get what you pay for. Hard pass. The Hume Longevity Band. Now this is one I actually liked a lot more than I thought I would. This longevity band isn't trying to be like the other wearables. There's no flashy screen, there's no dings and notifications, there's no activity circles that you've got to complete. It's not gonna buzz every 5 minutes trying to run your life. It just quietly tracks what's going on inside your body. And that's where this surprised me. Most wearables tell you how many steps you took, how many calories you supposedly burned, how many times you went to the refrigerator and counted it as cardio.
Hold up, wait a minute.
The Hume Band is more about what those habits are doing to you. It tracks HRV, your sleep, your rest, your recovery, your momentum, and it gives you a health score. And more importantly, the longer you wear it, the more useful information it can tell you. For example, when I had a bad night's sleep, my recovery and readiness didn't just randomly dip, it matched how I was feeling the next day. Now the Hume Band tracks everything else the other wearables do, and it nicely syncs with your other health apps on your iPhone or your Android, but where it really shines is in the trends, the details. Momentum gives you a better recovery trend over time, not just a random day-to-day number. Capacity is just your day-to-day readiness, how well your body is ready to handle training, stress, and life. And that information was extremely useful because days where I felt like I'm just a bit off, or man, maybe I'm coming down with something, the Hume Band identified that and prove that I was right. And the more you wear this thing, the more it dives in to your longer health trends. It gives you a biological age to give you a better idea of where your health is compared to where your actual age is. Now the band itself is pretty basic. It's got even a Velcro closure like you're a kid in grade school. And for those of you fashionistas that want to go out and show off your jewelry and the tech that you're wearing to all your friends and family, this one isn't going to be one that stands out. In fact, I thought that the band itself was a little basic in terms of what you have to ultimately pay. I'll put the price on screen. I do have like a code NOFADE247, and on top of that, they have like 50% off sales on their website right now. So this thing does come in a lot lower than the initial sticker shock shows when you go to the website. You see that one price point, but this thing actually comes in a lot less. So definitely check out what the price is at your checkout when you put all the codes in and everything else. I will say the battery life on this thing is not crazy good. There are wearables on the market that will take weeks before the battery drains out. This one isn't it. Personally, I just plugged this in when I was showering. That got plenty of charge to handle through the rest of the next day, and I moved on with my life. It feels more like a recovery and longevity tracker, something that helps you understand the cost of your daily habits. If you are looking for any of the gadgets that I talked about today, check out the links in the description. It does help support the channel, and there's something down there for everyone. Tech gadgets, glasses, energy drinks, pre-workout, and even discounted toilet paper. When you use those links, you let me know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. Now the Oura Ring is one of those devices that's got some really good name brand recognition, and it's got a polished app. It gives you some of the similar metrics that you get with almost all the other wearables. I know a lot of people like wearing rings in terms of wearables for technology as opposed to wristwatches and the like because they find it to be more convenient. I'm the actual opposite. I don't like wearing rings at all. I find them to be cumbersome. And when you're training, when you're hitting that iron, whether you're doing pull-ups or dumbbell or barbell work, having that like semi-plastic / metal hybrid ring on your finger is very discombobulating. It doesn't feel right. It ends up getting in the way, and ultimately I was taking it off during a lot of my workouts. Now the Oura Ring, it's good. For that price point, I mean, it better be good. But I felt like it was more about pushing data towards you rather than changing your overall health habits. The Oura Ring is solid, but I wouldn't consider it game-changing. This is a controversial one, red light therapy. On paper, when you Google the interwebs, red light therapy absolutely works. It's supposed to improve your health, improve your recovery, make your skin tighter, all these great, fantastical things it's supposed to do. And there are tons of different red light items on the market, from masks to bands to this crazy thing that's way too bright. And I've used a bunch of them, and I have used them, and I will say that I've got no negative side effects from them. But ultimately, regardless of what the research says of how good these things are for you, I just haven't noticed a difference. Now, if you've used red light therapy, I want you to comment down below and give me your experience, because again, you go to ChatGPT, you go to the research, red light therapy is supposed to work, but it's very hard to figure out which machines, which devices are actually giving you the right frequency, the right range of spectrum light that you need in order for your body to absorb and use that. I'm not saying it's snake oil. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying I'm not really sold on it, and I don't necessarily know if I could promote it based on the fact that I haven't seen many benefits. Now, one nighttime gadget that I kind of had mixed feelings about, but regardless of whether you like them or not, I think there's some key takeaways, and that is these sleep pods. They are essentially ultra small Bluetooth ear devices. You can see this one in my ear right now is like a regular iPhone one. That is big. You can't sleep with that because when you put your head back, it's just cumbersome. This like almost disappears into your ear. And not only does it block the noise from the outside world, it's got audio suppression built in terms of the software. So it's not just a plug in your ear, it's canceling out all the other noise. And on top of that, if you utilize the app, you can actually have it play like white noise, like either the ocean or like just like having like the TV on in the background, just like that white noise that helps you go to sleep. Now in practice, they worked really well. So if you do live in a very noisy apartment or home, or you're traveling and you want to actually get some sleep on, like say an airplane, I think these are fantastic. But from an everyday perspective, at least for me, I just didn't utilize them because I tend to fall asleep very quickly. But this goes to show you the importance of getting in your sleep. So if you don't want to have this gadget in your ear or have a gadget that you have to pay for, you can still make your environment optimal for sleep. That means make it super dark. That means make it ultra quiet. Keep the temperature low because you want to have that room temperature down low. Have some nice airflow or air filter if you can. Plus, you want to make sure that your caffeine intake has been reduced well before bedtime. And last but not least, stay away from the screens. We oftentimes are using our phones right up until our bed hits the pillow, and we really shouldn't be. Here's one that has absolutely no research behind it, but I think it is a great purchase for your home gym or just your home, and that is an air purifier. Oftentimes, especially in the winter, you can't get that fresh air in. You've got the windows closed for months on end, and you're just breathing in the same germs, especially if you've got kids. They bring home everything from school. And personally, especially here in my basement where I've got like horse stall mats just giving off like who knows what type of chemicals, I like to run an air purifier. I have one for my basement gym, and I also have one for my bedroom. And what's nice about these things is they just make the air smell better. Again, there's no scientific research behind it, but when you use this, you come in, the air smells better, it's more fresh, it's hard to pinpoint. I know it's not scientific, it's just the way I feel. And I love utilizing these things because especially when I can't open the windows and get fresh air in, which is clearly the better option, I love to use these things. Especially at night, these things have sleep modes on them. And again, this is a High Max, I've got like 3 of these. The High Max is a good one, there's a ton of them on the market. I'm not telling you which one to buy or not buy, but like on sleep mode, it's nice and quiet. It doesn't have any flashy lights, and it does its job. You don't feel like congested, because on the days that I forget to plug it in or turn it on at night, you wake up and the bedroom's just like, I don't know, rank. And the seventh gadget that I have tried that I wanted to talk about today, blue light glasses. Most of us, all of us, you watching this video on your toilet right now, you are focused on your screen for hours upon hours upon hours. And all of that electronic light in your eyes is extremely stressful, especially if you have a desk job where you're editing, you're looking at screens, you're looking at Excel tables, you're answering emails all day long. It can be extremely stressful. Now, these blue light glasses are supposed to block out some of those harmful rays and just make it easier on your eyes. And again, you want to do the research, you can. I didn't find any like massive clinical study that proved that these worked versus not. I have been using these for a while, especially when I edit for long periods of time, and they do help. Now, maybe that's a placebo effect. I'm not going to say that it isn't, but it certainly does help. There's a ton of them on the market. I'm not going to tell you which ones to buy. These, I got like a budget pair. These are like from a website that's overseas that you put in your like prescription that you normally would have, and then you can adjust the lenses and you can get the blue light kind of blocking feature on there. So I think at the end of the day, shipped, these things cost like $37 per pair, and I bought 2 of them. The only problem with these, I would argue, and again, that's just me, is that I tend to forget to put them on. That's just the only problem with them. You know, you get on the computer, you start click-clacking away on your desk, and you're like, oh, I should probably put these on. And you've been like at your desk for 2 hours before you put them on. Will I say that they work? They do for me, and it's something that if you are going to be looking at screens a lot throughout your day, it might be something you want to invest in. I do think getting data from wearables is valuable. What gets measured gets managed, and when you get that data in, you're not only able to analyze it, but as human beings, we really want to gamify the system. We want to make sure that we're getting better numbers than the other guy. So when you get those numbers in, you tend to want to boost those numbers and overall improve your health. None of these are going to be a silver bullet for horrible life choices, but getting that data in, even though it may seem like small improvements, can have a big impact down the road. Now, if you are interested in anything that we talked about, check out the links in the description. But more importantly, if you're looking for more cool tech gadgets to watch, check out these 2 videos. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.
Job's done.